A quick note. Hi, I'm Roger Bailey. I started creating the Language and Behavior Lab profile in the late 70s, and I trained managers and trainers how to use it through the 80s and into the 90s. Many of them have been teaching it around the world in multiple languages since then. Because I taught the lab profile during the time I was developing it, there are many different versions with a growing number of categories and patterns being taught around the world based on when that trainer learned it from me or from one of those early trainers. More of this quick note. The version I'm teaching now has 17 categories and 54 patterns. Also, you can find a limited list of organizations which have used the lab profile to improve their results in this video's description. Now I'm going to restart this presentation. How the lab profile empowers managers to better support each team member to get the best from them. Motivational drivers. What motivates each employee? Managers often default to general motivators like salary or promotion, but employees are actually motivated by a wide range of other factors such as their own capabilities, autonomy, purpose, recognition, growth opportunities, and other stuff. Personalizing motivation. Knowing how to customize motivation strategies can be challenging because not everyone is motivated by the same thing, and managers really need to know how each individual employee is motivated. Communication styles. Differentiating communication needs. Some employees prefer frequent feedback, while others may feel micromanaged by too much. Balancing these preferences can be difficult if you don't know which way works best for each person. Performance and accountability. Identifying and addressing underperformance. Recognizing poor performance early and addressing it in a constructive way, which doesn't demoralize or disengage the employee, is tough unless you have a proven game plan for how to do this, setting clear expectations and boundaries. Managers sometimes fail to set or communicate clear goals and expectations, which can lead to misunderstandings about performance or job responsibilities. Work-life balance and well-being. Recognizing burnout. Mental health concerns. It can be hard to identify when an employee is experiencing burnout or mental health issues, especially if they don't openly communicate these struggles. Respecting boundaries. Managers may unintentionally push employees to work beyond their limits, either by setting high demands or by not discouraging a culture of overwork. Career development and growth. Tailoring development opportunities. Not all employees want the same growth plan. Some may want technical skills, while others seek leadership roles. It can be challenging for managers to create opportunities which align with each individual's aspirations. Balancing development and immediate needs. Managers may also struggle to support employee growth while balancing the need for productivity and immediate production. Generational and cultural differences. Generational differences. Different generations often have unique approaches to work-life balance, feedback, and learning. This requires a manager to be flexible and avoid one-size-fits-all. Cultural sensitivity. Managers may also find it challenging to understand and accommodate cultural norms, especially when managing a diverse, multicultural team. Autonomy and delegation. Balancing autonomy with oversight. Knowing when to step back and give employees autonomy versus when to step in with guidance can be challenging for managers who want to empower teams without compromising quality or quantity. Delegating effectively. Managers may struggle to delegate tasks appropriately, sometimes keeping tasks they should delegate or assigning tasks without providing adequate resources or instructions. Addressing these areas can significantly improve team dynamics and individual performance, making it essential for managers to develop strong communications, empathy, and adaptability. The Language and Behavior Lab profile is a powerful tool which helps managers understand the communication preferences, motivational triggers, decision-making processes, and performance capabilities of employees. By identifying specific behavioral patterns and language cues, managers can adapt their approach to better align with each team member's needs. Here's how the lab profile can help address some of these common management challenges. Motivation drivers. Lab profile interview identifies toward versus away from patterns. How it helps. By understanding if employees are motivated by goals toward or by avoiding problems away from, managers can frame tasks and feedback in ways which resonates with each individual. For example, goal-oriented employees will be inspired by objectives and positive outcomes, while others may be motivated by avoiding issues or risks. Communication styles, with the lab profile identifying internal versus external decision-making patterns. How this helps. This distinction reveals if someone prefers self-reliance or external feedback for validation. For instance, employees with internal reference may value autonomy and seldom require feedback, while those with an external orientation appreciate frequent feedback. Managers can adjust their approach, giving independence to internally focused employees and providing regular updates to external focused ones. Performance and accountability. Lab profile identifies options versus procedures, task performance patterns. How it helps. People with options profile prefer exploring multiple approaches, while those with a procedures pattern value following established procedures. Knowing this can help managers assign tasks and expectations more appropriately. A procedures employee may need clear guidelines and defined steps, while an options employee thrives when given flexibility and creative freedom, work-life balance, and well-being. Lab profile recognizes sameness versus difference, appetite for change, pattern. How it helps. Managers can use this to detect signs of burnout or stress, especially in employees whose patterns are not being met. Those who prefer sameness might feel more at ease with a stable, predictable workload, while difference employees might feel stifled by routine. Understanding these cues allows managers to adapt work structures to prevent burnout and support individual well-being. Career development and growth. Lab profile recognizes proactive versus reactive, initiating or waiting patterns. How it helps. Proactive individuals often seek new responsibilities and development opportunities, whereas reactive folks prefer a steady pace and clear directives. Knowing this can help managers offer tailored development paths. Proactive employees can be groomed for leadership roles, and reactive individuals benefit from technical skill building or specialized roles. Generational and cultural differences. Lab profile recognizes group versus individual identity patterns. How this helps. This pattern reveals whether someone values team-based or individual acknowledgement. Managers can use this insight to foster a positive culture. Team-oriented employees thrive in collaborative settings, while those with an individual orientation may need more personal achievements and recognition. By accommodating these preferences, managers can build rapport and respect generational and cultural values. Scope. Everybody is different from everybody else. This presentation is an introduction into the kinds of things the lab profile teaches managers about how to improve performance of each team member and others. This presentation only touches on 7 of the lab profile's 17 categories of information about each person's capabilities, the kinds of tasks they will perform well, and how to train and motivate them. By using the lab profile, managers can target and enhance their approach to employee interactions, optimizing communication, task assignments, feedback, and career development in a way which aligns with each employee's unique set of capabilities. This tailored approach not only improves individual and team performance, but also increases employee satisfaction and engagement because they're more likely assigned tasks which match their natural tendencies. Managers benefit from using the lab profile with all their employees because the common lab profile patterns of their top performers at a particular task are the patterns, the capabilities needed for top performance at that task within their organization. So when managers need to add new team members, they know which lab patterns the new people need to have. And when they use the lab profile interview with applicants, they will know right away which ones will fit their organization and be top performers. The lab profile helps managers know the capabilities and motivations of each applicant, employee, boss, administrator, supplier, customer, and on. And it helps managers know what to do about it. How important is this for you? I hope you enjoyed this high-level look at the lab profile. Because I taught the lab profile while I was developing it, some of the early lab profile trainers are teaching an abbreviated version of my current lab profile with 17 categories and 54 patterns. If you would like to get caught up with my current version, you can find my email address in the description of this video. Let's get you caught up with the latest, most robust version of the lab profile.